Hey gay buds, it's Saturday. So this week we are going to be talking about our top 5 favorite shows. However, I would be remiss if I did not at least throw in an honorable mention section. Some of these shows I remember for their themes. Some of them I remember for just really how they really struck a chord with me. How they really struck a chord with me and how it shapes the person that I am today, having seen these shows and taking into account exactly what they were saying to us. So, with that said, why don't we get to my top 5? Now, coming in at number 5, Noah's Ark and Queer as Folk. These two had to be put together because of the fact that Queer as Folk showed me that I wasn't the only gay person, and Noah's Ark showed me gay black men who were out and proud, unlike the whole DL phenomena that JL King exposed. Coming in at number 4. As asking a kid in the 80s what some of their favorite shows were, and you will hear The Cosby Show. It was at least featured in an episode of Growing Pains. At least the zīvẓ went to a taping. And if The Cosby Show hadn't come along, Cheers would have been canceled after its second season, and we would not have Frasier. Ted Danson said that the show had dug them out of their grave. The Cosby Show sprang from Bill Cosby's show about family, his comedy show about family, and how he dealt with life issues and his son. The sole focus was parenting, or was basically waiting for kids to get out and get jobs. Of course, it never worked as smoothly as he would have liked. The show made us laugh and think about the conversations we had with our kids, and as kids, those we had with our parents, all the while making us laugh and coming back from week to week. Let's check out number 3. Number 3 is Earth Final Conflict from 1997 to 2002. Instead of humans going to the cosmos came to the humans, much like the Alienation. I like this because it's a bit of turning Star Trek on its head. Another, I remember also looking at Da'an and wondering whether Da'an was male or female. It was wonderfully played by Len Parker, and they were called the Companions. In Alienation, they were called the Newcomers. They're very similar as far as the cosmos coming to the humans. Their motives for going to Earth are questioned by its main character, Boone, who was constantly aggravated by Sandoval, the only character to remain the whole 5 seasons. I like this because it's a little somewhat, not exactly anti-Star Trek, but it kind of is, like Babylon 5, really delving into the dark realities of humanity. And of course, there are the ones who love the Companions and those who could care less. Coming in at number 2. Moonlighting, which ran from 1984 to 1989. After watching a top 80s TV show themes and this gem's theme came on, I had to just include it in this list. If Sybil Shepherd hadn't done this show, Lord only knows what would have happened to Bruce Willis had she not gotten pregnant and he hadn't done Die Hard. The first season was a pretty interesting detective show, but as they broke the fourth wall and kept us in limbo about David and Maddie, we kept hoping that one day they'd be together, which eventually they did in an episode of the 3rd season. Jokes were, running gags were, there were no new episodes of Moonlighting, and things like David saying in character, "You can't dream your own death," or "This had better be a dream" episode, and many others that many fans of the show are able to recall in comments below. The show also spawned parodies on other shows like Alvin and the Chipmunks, where Jeanette and Alvin were leads in the show's version called Dreamlighting. This is one show that I will forever remember, and I can't wait to watch the full series, which the end was a little contrived, but hey, it was better than cancellation like All in the Family or Archie Bunker's Place. Also, when you listen to the full theme song, you will take a look and understand why it is so hypnotic to those who can appreciate it. Al Jarreau did spectacularly. I wonder if he wrote it at all. Last, but definitely not least, let's see who comes in at number 1. Last but definitely not least, Junjo Romantica, pure-hearted romance when translated into English from its Japanese. This is about Usagi and Masaki who fall in love with one another, but Masaki's brother Takahiro is Usagi's love of his life, but Takahiro only sees him as a friend. After some interesting circumstances come to pass, Misaki is now the object of his affection, but you have to watch the first episode to see how this occurs because it's so sweet. However, there are 2 other couples that are all connected to one another. Hiroki is an English professor who loves Usagi and has someone fall in love with him called Nawaki. The third couple is Miyagi, who works with Hiroki and has a younger man pursuing him in an odd switch of roles from Usagi's storyline. The writing and voice acting is superb. The situations and the handling of the material could not be better. The lovemaking scenes are beautifully executed and censored, but most of us don't watch ℓικє Romantica for those scenes. This show will have you swooning and rooting for the couples every chance you get, and get you on the emotional roller coaster that makes you believe in love like never before. So, give me a list of your top fives or some honorable mentions that you want to throw on in. So until next Saturday, we will see you later, and like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for Eric's video tomorrow.